Hi, welcome to our hangout. This is Shelly Geans-Campbell and Chris Humala from
Yes.
Hawaii. And we just want to welcome you. Thank you for joining us today. Today is my 44th birthday. I'm going to just say that right off the bat because it means that I won't let anything, including my birthday, stop me from getting on a hangout with you. So, we are going to talk about The Secret today. And we were so glad that you've decided to join us. I brought my little book here. This was given to me 5 years ago on this day by my boyfriend and his sister, and I started reading it, and I started to apply things that I read in here. And one of the things that stuck out the most to me, I'm on a live Google Hangout, Jordan. Okay, I just want to make sure you know. So shut your bathroom door. Otherwise, you might get surprised. So anyway, this book has changed my life. It really has. And Justin Varengia, one of the millionaires in Empower Network, a friend of mine on Facebook, he suggested that this book, the movie, was one of the most powerful movies he'd ever seen, that his life had actually turned around during that time, which got me thinking about some of the things that happened in my life. Can you please shut the door? Okay, thank you. So anyway, The Secret to Power is all about achieving abundance. It really is. And the secret is that everyone can achieve abundance. All you have to do is reach out and ask. You literally, after reading this book, I started to apply some of the techniques in this book. And, well, let's just say, I'm just going to read a little bit here for you. And things started changing in my life. And one of the things that stuck out for me was the relationship with money. That if you don't have a good relationship with money, you're always going to be stuck. And so in the book, the woman had suggested that when you open your billfold up, thank you, buddy, appreciate it. It's my son Zephaniah. But anyway, she had suggested that when you open up your wallet and you're opening it up, that all of your bills should be facing you, starting with the highest bill. And in my life, I'd always put my bills like $1, $5, $10, $20, and my receipts were always in the front. And she said, put the receipts behind all your money. Otherwise, you're always going to have receipts. You're always going to have like this debt instead of this money. So just simply changing that pattern in my life, I put, hundreds up front, 20s, 10s, 5s, 1s, and then receipts in the back. And ever since I started doing that, before my wallet was empty all the time, and now I always have money. Unless I just bought something and I broke myself until I could get to the bank again. And so for me, that one thing, just that one technique, changed my relationship with money. The second technique that was mentioned in the book was that really stuck out for me, was that when you pay for something, you should be happy that you're paying for it, and you should pay for it with your faces up, with the faces facing up, not upside down. And that when you hand over the money, you should be just grateful that you have that money to pay for that item. And I used to, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to go to the checkout counter and I would pull out my money and I'd be like, every time, because I didn't want to spend that money. I didn't want to have to let go of it. But then now I realize that money is abundant to me. I don't have to worry about it. It's just like, it just comes to me. It flows easily to me now, which, 10 years ago, I couldn't say that. I wouldn't have said that. But now I am confident and 100% confident that money flows abundantly to me. And I've just seen it over and over and over and over. So I had got really excited when Justin Varengia was talking about this movie and how it had impacted his life, because it reminded me of this little book that I received. Excuse me. And it's been 5 years since I read it, okay? But the impact is continuing to change my life. It's continuing to help my life. So I came home the other night and I was so excited that I got on well, first I got on YouTube and I was looking for The Secret. Well, I found like like the first 2-minute review. And then I found where you could watch 20 minutes of it. And then I seen another one, which is like beyond The Secret. But I wanted to see The Secret. So it was like a big secret. I'm trying to get it, and I couldn't find it. So finally, I get on Netflix, and I remember Justin said it was on Netflix. So I got on Netflix, and there it was. And I so intently watched that movie. Like, it's a documentary with physicists and scientists and these people that are wealthy, that have achieved wealth and abundance through The Secret. And my mind was blown. I got so excited because like immediately I reflected back on all the times that I, like wanted something and I was able to get it. And it just as though it just came right out of the sky for me. Like it was just incredible and crazy to me how easily it flowed to me. And most of the time, it was when I was not expecting it. It was something I wanted. It was something I could see myself in. Even my car that I have right now, I could see myself in that car before I owned it. I could see myself driving down the road before I owned it. I could see myself driving to Benton Harbor to go do banquets before I drove that car. In fact, almost 2 months before I drove that car. And as soon as I seen it, it caught my eye because it was the color I wanted. And it was a little car, which I wanted. It was sporty looking. And I was like, man, I really like that. And I mean, I did a double take, and then I did another double take. And then finally, about a month later, I said to my boyfriend, I said, you should go check out that little blue car down there at AmeriCars because it's something I'm interested in. And I just want to know if it's something you think would be a good vehicle for me. Like, check it out and see if it's even, going to be a decent vehicle. And he did. And then about a month later, my van broke down on me, okay? And I didn't have the means to buy another vehicle, but I knew I was already pre-approved for a loan, but I didn't want to take on another loan. I didn't want to take on any debt. I just wanted to get this car without having to worry about that. And out of the blue, we were sitting there talking. My boyfriend came home from work. We were looking at my van. And he looks over at me and he says, well, what about that car you were looking at? You want to go check that out? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, we could, we could go check it out. But I knew already that if I was going to go check it out, then that meant I was going to have to go get a loan to get the car because I didn't have the financial means at the time. And we get down there, we check it out. And he's like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. I mean, it's a good go-getter. I was ready to go get the money to get it. I already had been pre-approved. I knew I was pre-approved a year before, so I knew it wasn't going to be a problem getting the money. But I didn't want to take on another payment. I didn't want to take on more debt. And so he just looks at me and he's just like, okay, well, let's go get the money for the car. And I got the money and I'm just going to buy it for you. And I was like, what? Like, no way, just like that, which was really cool because it enhanced our relationship because I realized he really did care about me enough to go buy me a vehicle. And I got the car I wanted. And it was funny because I didn't even notice until we got home, but I kept saying I wanted a shiny, like sparkly blue car. And when we got home, I got out of the vehicle, turned around, looked at the paint job, and it had little sparkles in it. So how cool is that? That was like totally manifested. So that's one of my stories. I want to turn this over to Chris and see what Chris has got to say about The Secret and how it's affected her life.
Hey everyone, Chris here. Thanks a lot, Shelly. Thanks for speaking about the book, The Secret. It pretty much impacted me. I've also got the book. I have to go run around the house as you can tell. You never are going to be prepared for what's gonna be showing up in the front of your computer. You never expect what's gonna happen. You just gotta be prepared. You just gotta be ready for it. I just gotta tell you, you gotta be ready for it. If not, you're gonna be an individual that just sit along the sideline, you know, like at a football game and the ball's going and you're just watching the ball just go right past you. I mean, for me, personally, I don't want to be passed anymore. I want to get in and be a part of it. You know, you got to take massive action. This is no script. It's just real. You got to just take massive action. How this book came upon, I've been in this for a while, and I've been one of those people that's been sitting on the sideline. I've been one of those people that's been sitting on the sideline. I'm not proud of it, but hey, I got to get myself up. I got to dust myself off and move forward. That's just the way it is. Thank you for those who are watching online. But I just want to share with you how this came about. And this was just kind of recently. We had a 24-hour event going on, and I stood up for the first 16 hours. And by the time I was sitting down at the computer, it was like the computer was watching me more than me watching it. But you know, you just gotta dive in. So I contacted a good friend of mine, Shelly, who was just talking to you, and she was giving me the heads up, like what was going on at the end. And I told her, and I got her involved. See, it's not about working by yourself. It's working together in a team. That's what it's all about. You don't need to work by yourself. You don't need to try to figure everything out. You gotta get connected, and you gotta encourage one another. That's what it's all about, encouraging one another. And guess what? You'd be so surprised that we work together and we can get things done together. And she was telling me the other day that Justin Varengia was telling her, was telling the world that if you want to be successful, you gotta watch this movie, you gotta read this book called The Secret. I was like telling myself, yeah, I got that book. And she was, did you see the link? And I was like, yeah, I saw the link. She was, no, did you see the movie? And I was like, see the movie? She was like, yeah, the movie. You gotta go watch the movie. So she told me about it. And, well, she shared the link, so I saw the link. And I was like, yeah, I got the book. That mentality, you know, my attitude, like, yeah, I got the book. And I was like, yeah, I saw the link. No, you gotta go watch the movie. And I was like, okay. So I took it into one ear and I came out the other ear. Right? That's what you call not taking action. You know, you can just like put in and then all of a sudden put out. Yeah, you miss your whole month because you rather go feed somebody else, right? But why not put in and put in this way, right? I'm a visual person. I know can help, but I just gotta tell you, you know, if you can get the message this way, then maybe you might get the message this way, right? One way or another, it's gonna work. So that night, I had excuses. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, you see that right over there? I'm gonna go lay down. My dogs are comfortable. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna take some action. I'm going to sleep. So I did that. I did whatever I had to do, and then I went to sleep. The next morning, I got up, and the message was implanted in my head. And I got up. It was like God woke me up early in the morning. And I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. May I tell you, honest to God, I went to bed at 11 o'clock. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I told myself, oh, what I gotta do? So I said, okay, turn on the computer. I go watch the movie. Exactly like what Shelly was talking about. It's on Netflix. So I got a Netflix account. I logged in and I said, okay, The Secret. I'm sitting down, and then this is something that will normally happen. You get distracted. You come up with things in your brain like, okay, what shall I take care of today? Or what shall I do? You know, you don't want to take responsibility of what needs to be done. So you get the movie running, and then you go, oh, I gotta go bathroom, or oh, I'm so hungry. You make up all these kinds of excuses because it's true. Because that's what I did. So I started doing this, and I started hearing, you know, the volume's out loud on my computer. And I live in the house with my parents and the rest of the other people in the house. So everybody's up because of me. If I'm up, everybody else must be might as well get up, right? So I'm playing the video, and I'm going all over the place, and finally I get back, and I hear this strong message coming out. So I say, hey, you know what? This is more important. So I sit down, and I'm watching the video, and I go, wow. Wait, I gotta rewind this. I rewind it all the way back, and then I'm like, wow, that's powerful. So then, as I'm watching the video, I'm like, wow, that really means a lot to me. I'm not saying that just to say that, because a lot of what's being said in the message of the video, it is true. Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself standing outside, right? And imagine this, okay? I gotta show you this, okay? I mean, you probably catch this as I explain this. Can you imagine yourself? Okay, this is a mop, as you can see, okay? But can you imagine yourself that this is a fishing pole? And I'm gonna put it right in the back of my body, right? I'm so sorry, but you cannot see. And I'm gonna put it behind my body, right? And I use this as a fishing pole. I don't know how far I gotta go, but I'm gonna hit the wall. Right? So if I put tape around my body, right? And this is a fishing pole. At the end is a fishing line, right? Can you imagine yourself at the end of the fishing line? You cannot use your hand, you cannot use your feet, your leg, whatever. But there's $5 $100 bills at the end of the line, right? You're trying to tell yourself, oh, how am I gonna get the $500 bills? Yeah, the $5 $100 bills. How am I gonna get them? I cannot use my hand, I cannot use my leg, and I'm here by myself. How am I gonna get the $5 $100 bill? Right? I can't use anything. But what can you use? You know, many people, they tell me this. I can use my mouth. Yeah, but if you move, the pole move with you, right? You cannot use your hand, because the more you move, the lines start moving too. You cannot use your hand to grab the pole. So what can you use? Think about it. See, many people, and this is what the book is telling to me, okay? Many people, they want something given to them so that they can get it immediately. It's a handout. Shelly, give me something. She cannot give me nothing, because she's on the other side of the world. I'm gonna ask Shelly to give me something, and she's gonna be looking at me like, what can I give you?
I give you my smile.
Right? She cannot give me nothing because she's on the other side. You got to be able to use this. You got to be able to think outside the box in order to get what you want. Believe in yourself is what it told me. Believe in yourself. Ask, believe, and do it is what it tells me to do. You can have anything of what you want, but that's the 3 is what I really got to, that really spoke to me. Another thing is that when you give money, right, when you pay for something, always put the face up. And I was like, I had a hard time with that for the longest of time. And be grateful for your debts. Be grateful for your debts. Because you know, a good example is that I've done several loans. Well, not several, but I did quite a few loans. And I shared about I wrote a story on being grateful of your debts, because I mean, when you're in need and you need something because you want it, they're good to loan you the money. Yeah, good to loan you the money because you know that you're gonna use it for something, right? But when it comes time to giving back, that's when a lot of us hide. Yeah? And that was me. That's me. Now having to read this book and understand it. But what really spoke out to me was watching the video. And I took it into heart. Because if it wasn't for Shelly to give me that nugget, that golden nugget, to tell me go watch the video, because we hold each other accountable. We keep each other in check. Where we at, what we doing. We don't pick up the phone to call each other because we don't believe in that. What we believe in is what you're doing right now, what you're watching. That's what we believe in. That's what keeps us in check. But be grateful of your debts, because there's going to come a time that you're going to need. And in return, give back. Give back. Be grateful for it. Because that's the only way that you'll always establish to getting back. It's a give and receive. You give and it comes back to you in return. I also learned the difference between assets and liability. Many of us get confused the difference between assets and liability. An asset is something that you can put into your pocket. It's something that you save and you can grow upon. Liability is like when you need bills to be paid, like taxes, your rent. Many of us, we think liability is something that we save and automatically we get rid of. No, assets is savings, and your liabilities is what you're going to be paying monthly or on a regular basis, like your rent, your cell phone, you know. And I learned a lot about that. I learned a lot about that. You know, be grateful of your debts. Let me pass it on to Shelly.
Yeah, like I said, I was really excited. I was actually just flipping through here, going on some points of power. So, I just got to share. After I watched The Secret, and like you, Chris, there were a lot of distractions. I had to rewind it like 4 times because every time I'd start getting into it, somebody would come along and distract me, and I'd have to take my attention off it. And I was really getting into it. So it's actually something I want to actually rewatch again tonight when everybody's gone to bed and there's no more distractions whatsoever. Because it was so powerful, and I still was so excited about it. I actually went to work excited to tell everybody at work, my friends, my family, my fans, because I want everyone to join in this abundance. I don't want to keep the secret a secret. If we can all join in the abundance and help each other, build each other up. I'm so tired of seeing people struggling. I'm so tired of seeing people hurting. I'm so tired of people seeing people sick. I want nothing more than people to be healthy, abundant, happy. I want them to be full of love and life. So for me, the power of The Secret actually immediately started happening. I had 3 banquets yesterday, and the first banquet was like 14 ministers that came in, and by God, I was fired up. You know what I'm saying? It just fired me up. And Chris knows, when I get fired up, you can't stop me, man. I'm a moving train. And, of course, I did my thing. I'm a banquet event coordinator at the Hilton Garden Inn. So it's my job to greet and meet the people that are coming in for the banquet. It's my job to make sure the banquets get set up properly, that my staff, if I don't do it, my staff helps me do it, that we get everything just in order, that drinks and food comes out in time, that we're serving them, and we're taking care of them, and that they're not sitting in front of a bunch of dirty dishes, and that sometimes I got to get the party started too. And so, I like what I do, and I'm good at what I do. And it's given me a huge opportunity, and this was another one of those abundant. It was another one of those manifested abundant things that came to my mind, because literally when I got involved with Empower Network, the very first day that I sat down and I did my first blog, and I'm not lying, it took me 12 hours. I know that sounds ridiculous because today it only takes people like 20 minutes to do a blog. But that was me, and that was then. Our system is so amazing. You can write one in 7 to 20 minutes now. But anyway, we're talking 2013 is when I got involved, and at that time that I got involved in Empower Network, I was down to my last $25. And I literally spent my last $25 getting involved because I, too, had sat on the sidelines for over a year watching, because I was afraid that I would be scammed if I got involved with this company. So I wanted to see other people succeed before I joined. And pretty soon I'd seen so many people succeed that I couldn't help myself but join. So that at that point, that day, when I had wrote my first blog, my blog was about not holding yourself back, because I had done that quite a bit in my life. And I didn't want to do that anymore. And there were many times when I was given opportunities to become like a crew chief or a supervisor or a leader in a company, and I would turn down the offer because I didn't want the responsibility. I was scared to a point of my leadership skills, so to say. And so that day, that I wrote that blog, something happened, and I was upset, and I took a shower, and I started praying to God, to the universe, to anybody that was listening. And I said, look, I don't know what I know as much as you know I don't know what I need as much as you know what I need. What I do know is that school's about to start, and I don't have money for my kids to have clothes, but I want money for my kids to have clothes. And I just need a little push, just a little help. And literally a half an hour later, I got a phone call out of nowhere from a friend of mine who worked at the Hilton Garden Inn out in Elkhart. And I had worked with her. I was the head chef at Waterford Edison Lakes, and she was one of the servers at the time. But now, fast forward 3 years, she had become the assistant general manager at a Hilton Garden Inn. And she said, Shelly, I remember you were like the best person in that kitchen, and I loved working with you. And I was wondering if you would want to come and work our kitchen. Our manager just quit on us. And I said, what time do you need me there? Literally. I mean, she just literally was like, this is how much we're going to pay you. Start out at a salary. And the job was mine if I wanted it. So I listened to my own manifestation about not holding yourself back. And I took the position immediately. And I went, and I mean, that was it. Everything dropped right in my lap, just like I needed, out of nowhere. I hadn't even put an application out. I hadn't been putting applications out. You know what I'm saying? And shortly after, about 6 weeks later, another company literally called me up after I had told my son, you know, I like this job, but I just need a little bit more money. And another company literally called me up and offered me more money to work for them to run their kitchen. And I was like, how did you hear about me? And he said, well, your name popped up as one of the top people that could fulfill all the needs I have at the unemployment office. Because I had to fill out that unemployment form to get my little unemployment check. The $25 that I had received to get my Empower Network business started. So you know how I'm saying? It just all rolled into one thing after another. And of course, more money came. I went back, and I was troubled because this guy had offered me like $7,000 a year more than what I was currently making. And I was like, man, I don't really want to be a quitter and quit on this job, but I do need more money. And my boss negotiated with me and brought me in more money to stay where I was. And then, of course, that advanced to the next position where I'm at now. And I'm still making more money than I was then.
You know, Shelly, doesn't that bring you into the movie?
It does. It literally did. Chris,
I just gotta say, you know, that part that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on the screen.
Sure.
You know that what Shelly was just talking about. There's a part in the video. The energy that you bring upon yourself is what you're gonna get. The energy that you bring upon yourself is what you're gonna get, is your result. If you bring in, oh my God, it's not gonna work,
then it's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. Oh my gosh, I just lost my job. You lost your job. You're speaking manifestation into your life. If you don't want, don't think about it.
Right.
Don't even manifest it. Don't even think about it. Don't pay any attention to it. It doesn't exist.
Exactly.
The more you dwell on it, that's why things are the way they are.
You know, Chris, speaking of that, somebody told me yesterday it was supposed to snow today. You know what I told them? I said, hey, baby, in my world, it's 75 degrees and I'm in the Bahamas. I want to show you something. They said it was supposed to snow today. Look at here. You see that? That's called sun, and it's bright, and it's shining, and it's like 70 degrees out. Manifestation. What can I say? I tell people every year, it's sunny on my birthday, and guess what? It's sunny on my birthday.
You know, people might think we're nuts.
That's okay. They can go ahead. I'll go on manifesting until everything that I dream of comes true.
Yeah, I mean, people might think we're nuts, but people still follow us.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, manifestation. Check this out. My dream board. My passion board. Look at this. I got to show you this. Right here. You see this right here? Right here.
Yep.
Pretty soon there is one. And it's this event right here.
Yep.
Here. This event right here. I just got to show you. It's coming up. I just want to tell you, you can do it. It's not a secret. This is not a secret right here. This right here is not a secret.
You got mine too.
Right? Put it back up. Let me jump you on. You see it?
Just like Chris said, this is where Chris and I met right here last year. Like we met physically, but up until that point, we'd become friends online for about a year and a half, helping to support each other for about a year and a half online. And then even when both of us, like when I wanted to give up, Chris didn't, and Chris kept me going. When she wanted to give up, I didn't, and I kept her going. And that's how this works. We keep each other going. And when I'm bored, when I get, she knows I'm busy, and I know she's busy. So she's got to be like, hey, Shelly, what'd you learn today? What'd you do today? And I'm like, oh, this is what I learned today. Oh, this is what I did today. And sometimes I think, man, it wasn't enough. But then Chris is like, well, that's awesome. And same for her. It's like we're keeping each other going. We're motivating each other to keep pushing forward because we want all our dreams to come true.
We don't give up on each other.
No way.
Give up on each other. Basically, we're giving up on ourselves. It's not a secret. This is coming up. I want to tell you, this is coming up.
Still got time to get your ticket.
On the 21st of April, I want to tell you, you want to become a part of the event. You want to be there. And the reason why we say this is because it's a life-changing event. And we're not sitting on the sidelines. We're actually taking massive action on our business.
Got my ticket right here. Yeah. VIP ticket. That just means I get to sit up front by the stage. And we get extra training. We don't have to stand in long lines because we got VIP tickets. We get to just go right in, be right there with the leaders, up front and close and personal. And that's exactly what happened last year. Because I promised myself I wasn't going to be in the back. I wasn't going to be back up at the top of the stadium. I was going to be up front, right close to the very front by the leaders so I could really focus and pay attention to what was going on and learn from them because they know what they're doing. When you see people that are happy, smiling, their skin's glowing, they got everything they want, and they're helping people become better people, well, for me, that's what I wanted. So I've learned a long time ago, if you want something, then you want to hang with the people that got what you want. And that's exactly what Empower Network's all about. That's what this Unleashed event's all about. Helping people bring them up to where they want to be. I get tired of hearing people complaining and bitch and moan. I've proved to myself things like this work. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chris.
No.
It's so pumped up and excited,
It's the truth, You want to get ahead in life. You got to make the change. You got to believe in yourself. I could tell you that, I'm born cerebral palsy. I got a mild case. I was given up for adoption. So what? Other people got problems too. So what? What are you going to do about it? Do something about it. Shelly's
don't hold yourself back.
Whatever. She would tell you, so what? What does it have anything to do with?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, remember I was telling you about the manifestations of what happened yesterday? After watching The Secret? I was so pumped up, right? And I was talking to people. I went out and I greeted these ministers, and we get to talking. And one of the ministers asked me what my denomination was. Well, let me tell you, I went into a big spiel, man. And I mean, and it was from the heart. And you know what he said? Man, that's a hell of a testimony. I want you to come speak at my convention this summer. They took my business cards, 2 of them, and want me to come speak at their conventions this summer, telling my testimony of how my life went from crap to amazing and full of abundance.
And it's basically...
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
Isn't that awesome? I mean, literally, it was just like, remember that? Yeah. You remember that part? You remember that part in the movie where the guy was talking about how he was trying to figure out how he could make $100,000 a year?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I thought about at the moment when that minister said he wanted me to come speak for him. I literally was like, wow, he just opened up the door right there.
You know,
I just opened up the door.
You know, I just want to tell you something. You know, you want to have what other people have, especially if it's successful people. Yeah. And probably you're not successful right now. Probably you're just starting off. I want to say, just like us. Okay. You can do it. I want to tell you, you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. You really got to believe in yourself. I'm looking at you right now if you happen to be watching this video. You got to believe in yourself. Okay, right here. Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Because you know why? We believe in ourselves. I believe in Shelly.
And I believe in Chris.
Even though I've seen Shelly for how long, I believe in her. We hold each other accountable. We keep each other going. Read the book. Oh, wrong way. Read the book.
I was actually going to read just a couple PowerPoints here.
Don't take our word for it. We want you to read the book. Because there was a time when I talked to Shelly, right? And Shelly had asked me, I had told Shelly something, and the very next thing she said, why not? And I said, oh, Shelly, you got to go look. You got to go look. Why not? Don't take my word for it, but go look.
Yep.
And yesterday, she tells me, you know, Chris, I got the answer. Someone told me.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
I said, so-and-so told you? And she goes, no, but I also looked. Why we cannot? And I says, so what did it tell you? She goes, because, and she told me her reason why. And I said, congratulations. I said to Shelly, I said, I can give you all the answers, but I choose not to. And there's a reason why for that. I used to be homeless. And when I was in the shelter, I want to tell you, when I was in the shelter, I could have came back home, but I chose not to come back home because I didn't want that negative environment cluttering my head. I didn't want to, I knew I didn't want to be that person who's gonna jump off a cliff or run in the front of the car because I had enough. So my alternative was to go to a shelter so that I could save my life. So I went to a shelter because I didn't want to come home. As soon as I got to the shelter, I'm going to tell you, about 85% of them stick their hand out. You see this? They stick their hand out and they want something to be put into it. Easy. Super easy. Stick your hand out and something will be put into it. A good example was that, and a lot of them are capable. A lot of them are capable to work. They got 2 hands. They got 2 legs. They can go to work. I'll give you a very good scenario. I mean, Shelly's a good testimony for this. I happen to be at work, and I drive, and I drive for a company. I happen to be at work and sitting behind the wheel, you know, taking my passengers to where they need to go. And I'm talking story with them. I turn around and I go, can you take out your wallet? And I get this look on their face. And I'm talking story to them. No, can you please take out your wallet? I have a good example for you. Take out your wallet. They give me the wallet. They hand it over to me. But then they're hesitant. They're holding on to the wallet while they're trying to like give it to me. You know, they have this look like, the driver wants my wallet. What's going to happen? So they give it to me. They hold it in their hand, and I'm like, okay. But they don't want to give it. I said, it's okay. You can give me the wallet. So he gives me the wallet. So I said, oh, can I get your wallet? There's 2 passengers on the bus. Husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know. Looking at me, okay, you got the first wallet. What you going to do with the second wallet? So I get the second wallet. My point is, I enabled 2 of them. I told them to give me the wallet. And I received the wallet from 1, and I received the wallet from 2. My point is, I told them, you see this? You just enabled me. Why is that? I said, look at it. You're willing to give homeless people money. And I'm not homeless, but you're willing to give me your wallet because I commanded you to do that. I am not going to enable you. You want something, believe in yourself that you can do it. I want Shelly to be successful. I want Shelly to be able to do it. Shelly wants me to be successful. Shelly wants me to be able to do it. Have confidence in one another. I was able to get out of the shelter. I was able to get a place. I needed to see for myself what I could do. I needed to encourage myself. It's all about me wanting it. It's all about me showing people that they can do it. They just gotta believe in themselves. I'm not here to enable her. And she's not here to enable me. We keep each other accountable and we keep each other moving forward. You know, we've come a long way and we're not gonna stop. Remember on that trip when I first saw her and her son, and I'm from Hawaii and she's from Indiana, and she happened to have a rental car. She happened to have a rental car, and it was so hilarious. I'm sitting in the back seat, you know, and we're coming down the hill, and I'm like, wow, what is that? Is that the time? Oh, that's the price of the gas. I'm like, for real?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun.
And I said, you know, this is not a secret. I mean, this is as real as it gets. You really gotta attend a live event And it is coming up on the 21st of April.
Yeah.
It's coming
just a couple weeks
away. It's just a few weeks away. You got to do whatever it takes to get you to a live event.
Yeah, join us. I mean, we'll have lots of fun together.
Yo, it's not an event, just an event. It's a life-changing event. If you want to better yourself, you want to get out of the situation of where you're at, you're able to. You wanna do the things of what you want to do, you're able to. Let me share something with you. What this book really meant to me, right here. This is what this book really meant to me. I'm able to go to here. I'm also able to go to here, right? Very first time I've ever been to here, and that was all because of going to here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You just reminded me. It's funny how fast we forget things. That first event I went to was the first time I had gone on a vacation in 20 years. That event is what got me out of my comfort zone. I drove all the way down to Florida for my very first event, 18 hours, to get out of my comfort zone, to see if this thing was real, to see if these people were real, to see if this future that I'd been hearing about could be possible. And it is. It's 100%. It's 100% possible based on what you do.
Yeah, it is. I did whatever it took to get me to my very first one right here.
Yeah.
If you want to know,
I heard of people that walk there from California.
If you want to know what it took, you got to see the video. You got to see the video in order to know what it took for me to get there. I share it on a blog post. It's a life-changing event. But every event that you go to, I just got to tell you, you grow. You're not a person of where you were before. You really do become what it is that you believe. This is my board. I don't know what your board looks like, but this is my board. This is what I'm targeting for. I'm targeting for what I want. I don't know what you're targeting for, because I don't know what you want. I don't know how serious you are into getting where you want to be. But you got to do whatever it takes. You really got to sit down, humble yourself, and do whatever it takes to get you to where you want to be. It's not a secret. And the reason why they call this, why they call it, you really got to go watch it. I know you're like wondering like, oh, what is she going to say? I can't tell you. Because I want you, I don't want to enable you. I want you to find out why it's called this. I really want you, if you're so serious about this, I want you to find out why it's called this. Get back with me. Get back with Shelly. Whoever you feel comfortable with. You know, my website is here on the screen. Shelly's website is there on the screen. Get back to one of us and let us know why they called it The Secret. Why do they call this The Secret? You know, right there. Here, let me go a little bit closer so you can get the author's name right there. Okay. And let me switch it to her screen so that you can see hers. Okay. And then, yeah, you'll find out why it's called The Secret. We don't want to enable you. We want to educate you so that you know. You know? It's making us a better person of who we are. We were at the same level as you guys. It's not because we're like 5 steps ahead of you that you don't know nothing. No, we're not. We're ordinary people. We're ordinary people. We do the same thing as you guys do. Go to work, wake up in the morning or in the afternoon. We're just ordinary people who is targeting for a dream that we want to do. I mean, for what it is that we want to do. You know? For me, I want to get a whole set of brand new teeth. You know? For me, I want to be able to take care of my family. My mom and dad. All these years they've been taking care of me and my brothers and sisters. You know, I'm 44 years old. You think it's by time that I should be taking care of them? For me personally, I believe it's time. I believe it's time a long time ago. But the reason why is because I've been making excuses. But there's no excuse over here. There's no more sitting at the sideline. This is not a football game, a basketball game. This is no game. This is the real deal. Many people, they want to hear about, and they want to know whether or not this is real or not. You got to make it real. You got to make it happen. In order for something to happen, you got to make it. Nobody else. You want it, you do it. So many people want to go ahead and advertise that this is that and that is that, but they haven't even participated in the doggone thing. You got to get in. You got to see what it's all about and stick with it. Don't give up, because you give up on yourself. You got to be able to do it. You know, here's a note that I made note of. Check this out. Man becomes what he thinks about. Do the results you have in your life, are they what you really want? And are they worthy of you? If they're not worthy of you, when would now be the right time? And that was by James Arthur Ray. That was from this guy right here. That's in the Secret.
Oh, this looks perfect.
James Arthur Ray.
Thank you, baby.
I just gotta tell you, you know, you gotta be able to get this book.
Well, even if you watch the movie, that was powerful and impactful, but definitely. Are you talking about The Secret or another book?
No, The Secret.
Yeah, I mean, I read the book, and
this guy right here, wasn't this guy just as powerful right here? Right there.
Oh yeah, all of them were. The listening to their testimonies was amazing.
This guy was awesome. This guy, Forrest Goodman. This guy, wow.
Yeah.
You know, he
was the one that was in the accident, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie, which we highly recommend that you do, it will unveil so much. It will unveil so much. You will not be able to watch it one time. You will not be able to watch it 2 times. You'll probably get slapped 3 times. So it really digs deep within you. Deep. I watched it 4 times already. Each time I was watching it, I was crying. That's how real it is for me personally. I don't know how many times Shelly's been watching it, but
I'll tell you, when it got to that part, honestly, I had to kick it back a few times. I did. Like 3 times for sure. I mean, what a testimony. What a story. Unbelievable.
You think that you have it bad? Nah, you don't have it bad. Just gotta, you just gotta know and be able to. You want to know what Empower Network is? You want to know what is Empower Network, Shelly?
It's an empowerment community to help pull people up to the level where they want to be. It's a blogging community where we all blog on the same blogging platform that gets us high rankings on Google, which is one of the reasons why we're so successful. And much, much more. It's a teaching platform.
You know, Empower Network is a company I'm a part of. This company produces their own top-notch training products, an awesome compensation plan. They're the very first and only company that pays 100% commission.
We don't pay, gotta correct that, 70%.
70% commission, correction.
Sorry.
Leadership board, an awesome community to be a part of, and much, much more. I don't believe any other online company can come close to this. What Empower Network is known for is its Kalatu blogging platform. Kalatu is not just another blogging platform out there in the market that you have heard about. Kalatu is more than that. Kalatu has amazing features such as themes, blog hacks, page blocks, and much, much more. You know, we're here using the blogging platform, which is ranked on the top of Google. I mean, it's really well known. But then again, iPass is Empower Network's advanced leverage marketing system. Because when you get into Empower Network, you're gonna wonder, oh, how come there's iPass? Well, iPass is Empower Network's advanced leveraging marketing system. This is how we use our marketing. You know, it teaches us all our new members how to get started, where to get started in the business, where they can find their links, keep track of new members, leads, stats, contacts, and marketing training. You know, a lot of people wonder, like, you know, how come we see Empower Network, but we also see iPass? Now you know why. iPass is our marketing tool, and that's what Empower Network is, and that's how we have iPass. But I could show you real quick in just a few what the platform looks like. Okay, real fast. Just a few seconds. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So here's our office right here. Okay. Here's the Empower Network, the back office. All I got to do is just go to my products, go to Kalatu blogging system. When I'm in the Kalatu blogging system, right here, I can create up to 3 blog sites. I can create a blog right here, a post, and right here I have many posts that I've already created. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how simple it is to create a blog post. You can put in a title. So today I'm going to put one for the secret. Okay. Okay. And if I had information, I'll put the information right over here. I'll go ahead and select the call to action. And as you can see, they have already call to actions already pulled up for me. And as you can tell right over here, there's different languages, Portuguese, Spanish. These are call to actions so that people can get to your blog. You leave them a call to action. Okay. A sales funnel. Okay. You can add pictures or a video. So I'll go to add media. Here's my library. It's going to show up. This is what I have. Or I could insert a YouTube, a video, put in the URL in here. Okay. Go down. I can put in an SEO title. Keywords. If you don't know what this is, don't worry about it. You can learn more about it. Scroll down. I can share the title of the blog post, which is on the very top right here. I'll put in a small brief description of what the blog is all about. I could upload an image. When people come to my blog posts, let me show you what it looks like, the image. I'll show you when they get to the blog post what it's going to look like. So I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to go choose image. Okay. So this image that I have over here, it'll show up on my blog post. I'm going to go over here to set an image, set a featured image. So I use the same image as soon as the library shows up. So I'm just giving you a brief rundown. I'm not going to do a whole blog post because that's going to take some time. Okay, let me go ahead and just show. Let me just use this one. Okay, watch this. The featured image, the one with my glasses on, be outstanding. Okay, so I got my title, I got my information, I got my call to action. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Okay, scroll down. Oh, it didn't show up yet. It's still loading right here. Okay, so it's gonna save. It's saving the information. Okay, there. That's my featured item right over here. Okay. When they come to my blog post, this is what it's gonna look like if I show it on social media. Okay. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and post it. I'm gonna go ahead and publish my post. The secret. Why it's a secret. Okay. So right now it's gonna publish my blog post. I'm gonna go to view post, and this is what my blog post looks like. Look at that, the secret. Why it's a secret. Okay, and there, this is what I just typed in. So when I go to Pinterest, what it's gonna show me as my blog post. I'm going to go ahead and pin. I'm going to go ahead and put it on. It's going to be in Pinterest, as you can tell right over here, Pinterest.com. So when I go to Chris's blogs and pin it, I'm going to go ahead and go see it now. Maybe I will slow. That's okay. Speed's not a factor. As long as we got our point across. See? You can create banners on your blog post right over here. Just by paying $25. You have your own blog post. And if you want to sell the product, you got to be an affiliate of $19.95. So $25 a month plus $19.95. So that's like $45, I think it is, a month. Okay, so let me go to Pinterest. Let me open that up. PIN. Okay, go to Pinterest. And let me go to here. Okay. And blogs, where's blogs? Right here. And there it is. So if I click on this link right here, right, it takes me to the website. There it is. That's my blog post. How simple is that? How awesome is that? That's totally awesome. The most I can tell you, that is like totally outstanding. And that's what you can do with your blog posts. Okay, if I want to put it in Facebook, I can just go ahead and copy this. I can just go ahead and copy it. And then I can just go to Facebook and I can just put it into Facebook. Let's go here, paste it. Hang on just a second. And just paste it. And that's what I can do. It's not hard. That's how simple it is. Okay, Shelly, want to wrap it up?
Sure I do. Sorry, I had to unmute myself. My family just brought me dinner. I'm sitting here like starting to get hungry looking at all this food around me. They're really spoiling me. They give me a pedicure. They gave me a foot soak. When I went to church today, they literally had a huge Easter dinner because because the Easter celebration, so many people go to different families for Easter. So the priest decided to put it off till this Sunday. So I was able to actually be there because last Sunday I had to work right after Mass. So it was really sweet. It was like they, I mean, I'm one person in a parish, yet the priest felt it was necessary to wait till I could be there to celebrate and put it off a whole week so that I could join in on the celebration and have the Easter dinner with them. And they all sang happy birthday to me, which, brought me to tears because I remembered coming into the church when I was 15 and being baptized at 16. And here I am, 44 years old, celebrating with many of the elders there. And it was just a really good feeling. So, a lot of things, watching The Secret literally has changed my life. And I made a video earlier today telling you guys that we would be on at 8. My mistake. It was 6 instead of 8. We actually started closer to 7. So for anybody that didn't get on because of the lack of time, I apologize, or the misunderstanding in time. Again, we got to reiterate The Secret because that's what we said we would talk about. If you want to join either Chris or I and find out more, or even, if you're just interested in more information on going to Nashville with us, joining our company as an affiliate, or just using the blogging system for your own purposes. Some people join the blogging system and use it, for their own business, like I did at first, which was for my Herbalife business. And again, I got to tell you, Chris, I ended up getting 2 new customers yesterday after you know, watching that movie, I got 2 invites to go speak at a conference and 2 new customers. I mean, how fantastic is that? It just manifested it, you know? And so I'm going to wrap it up with saying one more time, go watch The Secret. Go watch The Secret.
Yes, you gotta
find
watch.
out why. You know, we were meant for abundance. Every one of us came from God. We all came from the very beginning, and we're all frequencies. I just wanted to say, I'm going to say this. This is the powers of point. It's just one power of point. There's a lot of them. But because it's my birthday, I want to share this with you. The key of love. The key of love. I love to love. Chris knows I love to love. I love to love everybody. Because that's what makes the world go round is love. If we didn't have enough love in the world, I don't think the world would exist. And that's what we're called to do, is love one another. To use love as the ultimate power in your life, you must love like you have never loved before. Speak only love. Fall in love with life. See only love. Hear only love. Speak only love. And feel love with all your heart. There is no limit, no ceiling to the amount of love you can feel. And it is all inside of you. You are made of love. We were all conceived of love. Tell the law of attraction what you love every day by singling out the things you love and feeling them. To change the way you feel or to lift good feelings higher, make a mental list of everything you love and adore. Your job is to love as much as possible every single day. Make a conscious effort to notice as many things around you that you love as much as you can each day. The keys of gratitude, which go hand in hand with the whole secret. Every time you feel grateful, you are giving love. Be grateful for everything you've received in your life past. Be grateful for everything you're receiving in your life present. And be grateful for what you want in your life as though you've already received it for the future. Your gratitude will multiply everything in your life. Gratitude is the bridge from negative feelings to harnessing the force of love. To use the power of gratitude, practice it. When anything good happens to you in your day, give it thanks. It doesn't matter how small it is, doesn't matter how great it is, say thank you to it. The more you feel gratitude, the more love you give, and the more love you give, the more love you receive. Every spare second is an opportunity to be grateful and multiply the things you love. When you play, the key to playing, when you play, you feel really good, right? We like to go out and play. When you're playing, people, you know, a lot of good things have come into my life when I'm playing, having fun. Seriousness brings serious. It's supposed to be fun. The law of attraction doesn't know if you're imagining or playing, so whatever you give and play will become real. Whatever it is you want, your imagination, use every prop you can find, create games, and play. Act as if you have. I did. That's what I did with the car. I imagined myself driving that car. Now I'm imagining myself Mustang that's blue and shiny. And I'm driving it, and I'm going down into my head. And wait, you'll see. A couple years from now, maybe sooner, I'll be driving it.
Go back again.
Whatever it is you want, your imagination, use every prop you can find, create, and play. Act as if you have it now. Whatever you imagine with feeling, you have to feel it. You can't just imagine it. You have to feel it. You're giving to the law of attraction, and you must receive it. If you experience a delay in receiving what you want, it's only because of the time it takes you to get onto the same feeling frequency you're desiring. When you are excited about anything and you feel amazing, capture that energy and imagine your dream. So to end this, I want to you should do what Chris did. I'm going to do it. I've done everything that was on it came true for me. Well, it's been a long time since I did one, and I'd say it's about time. When I make it, I'm going to with you guys. Because I know that what Chris has done, everything on her board is going to come true. See those images behind my head up there? Those images? Those are all places I want to see in real life. Those are all places I want to be at. So they're part of my future. Pardon my little boy back there. He's got a tutu on and a cape. he's a he's a superhero ballerina. So with that, Chris, that's all I've really got to say tonight. I'm so grateful to be here tonight. I'm so grateful for any of you that have joined us. And I am so grateful that someone shared the secret with me and that I get to share the secret with others.
Marty, hey, bring me up a trash bag.
Thank you all for watching. Coming on to the Google Hangout. I do appreciate Shelly, my partner, for all her hard work. I keep moving on. I really love you, Shelly.
I love you, Chris.
I thank you so much for hanging in there. You know, again, everyone, we hope to see you next week. This Wednesday. This Wednesday, we're gonna be back on live. Probably later on in the evening, or if not earlier, we'll get back to you and send you the post on what time we'll be on. You want to learn more about what it is that we do, please click on the links that you see on our screens. This is mine right here. This is Shelly's one right over there. Want to learn more about what we're reading? Today is just the secret. We'll be moving on to other books as well. Yep, and that's the author right there on her book. So you want to learn more, we'll let you know on the next book that we'll be reading together, to keep you guys up to date. We do this together as a team, and you don't have to be alone, just to let you know. You don't need to be alone. Don't be kept in the dark, hiding underneath a rock, which I'm in Hawaii. We got rocks here. But yeah, I mean, check us out. See what we're doing, and see how we get each other, you know, going. Again, we don't use the phone to contact us. I mean, you guys see us on online on Google. Participate if you want. All right, so we'll see you on the next one. We'll give you the update for Wednesday. All right, love you guys. Peace out.